afternoon, buenas tardes, and as the Chinese say, ni hao. It's great to be here. We're going to talk about our card on July 23rd, but before I do, I want to talk about the card that we're doing in Madison Square Garden on June 11th. As you know, Vasyl Lomachenko, the 126-pound champion, will be fighting Martinez, the 130-pound champion, and also Felix Verdejo will be on the card. And we're also proud that on the card, in a fight that will be televised all over China, the pride of China, the two-time gold medalist from China, Zhou Shiming, will appear on the card, and he'll be fighting Joseph Postol of Hungary. Very important fight. It's a 12-round fight, and if Shiming is successful in the fight, he will then move to a world championship fight. Now, a lot of people in this country are not so much aware of that 112-pound flyweight division, but in China, because of the accomplishments of Zhou Shiming, people follow the 112-pounders. So it's a pleasure for me to bring to the microphone the pride of China, the billion of people who follow the sport in China. Please welcome Zhou Shiming and his trainer, who you all know, Freddie Roach.
Thank you, Bob. 谢谢在场的所有媒体。
Thanks for all the media came here.
这是我第一次踏上美国的舞台，也是我第一次，然后在美国的一次表演。
This is my debut in the States.
这一场比赛对我很重要，然后也意味着我年底会有冲向最高金腰带的一次机会，然后这场比赛我会尽我全力发挥我最好的水平。
This is an important fight for me, and my next fight will be the world champion fight. So I will do my best in this fight to show the world.
美国是我曾经在芝加哥，然后拿到了我第2次的奥运会的世界金牌，所以说这一块是我的福地。我相信我在美国的这个赛场上会有更好的表现。
During my Olympic career, I got gold medalist in Chicago, so I'm sure that fighting in the States will bring me good luck.
谢谢大家，祝大家都好运 ，Thank you.
I've been training Shiming for a couple of years now. He's been fighting mostly over in China, and he's been doing really well, and he's getting better and better all the time. He's a great player, three-time Olympian actually, and just getting him out of the amateur style and more of a pro style has been a little bit of work, but that's what we're getting towards, and he's sitting down his punches a lot better and doing very well. And also in the gym right now, yesterday was Viktor Postol, and he's getting ready for his big fight coming up also. Thank you.
On July 23rd, as you know, the two best 140-pounders in the world won the WBC champion, undefeated Viktor Postol, and the other, who incidentally is trained by Freddie, and the other, Terence Crawford, the WBO 140-pound champion, also undefeated, will meet. It's It's a great, great fight. Now, I don't care how many times either guy has been in the newspapers or whatever. Everybody who follows boxing knows that they're great fighters, and they know that the fight on July 23rd will be sensational. But just in case that Crawford and Postol don't have enough name value to sell pay-per-view on their own, we have assembled a tremendous undercard, which features some of the best fighters in the world, and not coincidentally, but by design, they feature great Hispanic fighters. Because as the Hispanic community in this country now faces the most serious threat in their history, it is important that we show people of all ethnic groups, of all colors and religions, how important the Hispanics are, what great people they are, and what wonderful athletes the Hispanic community produces. So let's talk about this undercard for July 23rd. First, we have a welterweight championship fight, which matches two of the top welterweights in the world, Francisco Santana, and he will be fighting against JOSE Benavidez, Jr. Two terrific fighters. Anybody who knows anything about boxing knows what a great spirited contest this will be, and no one will be surprised if that fight steals the show on the July 23rd card. So first, let me bring up to the microphone with a record of 24 wins and 1 defeat from Santa Barbara, California, Francisco Espinosa, and his manager, Frank Espinosa, and trainer, Joseph Horse Jack.
Thank you everyone for coming. I've always said, if there's no risk, there's no reward. You know, I honestly believe that. I feel that the two fighters that I have the privilege of representing today are a perfect example of this. One of those fighters is Francisco Chia Santana. When I first saw Francisco Santana in the ring, I knew he had something special, and he was championship material. His last victory over Ed Valdez just proves that he's more than ready to take on the likes of a Benavidez, who's currently undefeated. I'm confident that Francisco Santana has the skills to fight for a world title in the future, and I'm happy to be here on his side for the journey. We're excited to be here today. And I want to thank Bob Arum and Top Rank and HBO for showcasing our talent. You won't want to miss this fight. Thank you very much.
Buenos días a todos. Primero en español y después en inglés. Bueno, primero hay que dar gracias a Dios, a mi visita a Guadalupe por todas las bendiciones, a mi promotor Bob Arum, a mi manejador Frank Espinosa y mis entrenadores Coach Joseph Janik y mi strength coach Cesar Renopoulos. Pues qué puedo decir, yo sé que Benavidez es un buen peleador, tiene un buen talento y tiene sus cualidades, así como yo también tengo las mías, así que el 23 de julio le vamos a brindar una bonita pelea para todo el público. Gracias. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I want to thank my promoter Bob Arum and Top Rank, along with my manager Frank Espinosa and my trainers Coach Joseph Janik and Cesar Renopoulos. And Well, what can I say? I know that Jose Benavidez is a great, excellent, and a fighter. He's got his own talent and his own qualities as well as I do. I'm a talented fighter as well, and I think his style and my style will be able to give the boxing fans a very beautiful fight. So July 23rd, you guys can't miss this fight. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'd like to thank Bob and the Top Rank team, especially Frank, for putting us in this position as a trainer. We don't get an opportunity to knock on the door very often, so we know we need to capitalize on that. On the 23rd, Francisco will be ready for whatever team Benavidez brings. It's a pleasure being in the ring with them. We've known each other for quite a while. They're a class act, the whole family. So don't miss it. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Thanks.
Jose Benavidez is undefeated. Record of 24 wins and no defeats. 16 of those wins by knockout. He comes from Phoenix, Arizona. He's fought a lot of fights in Southern California, so I know you're familiar with him. He was a former interim 140-pound champion, but now as a growing boy, he's fighting as a full welterweight. This is a very, very interesting fight that he's in, very competitive, but Jose wants challenges, and it's a pleasure to introduce to you Jose Benavidez Jr. and his father and manager, Jose Benavidez Sr.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank Bob Arum for this big opportunity, the media, and Santana's whole team also for the opportunity. We've been training really hard for this fight. He has to make a big statement in order to go get another title. We've been getting ready with one of the best prospects right now, his brother, David El Bandera Roja Benavidez. He's been sparring with them, and what can I tell you? Like I told him, you know, he has to look spectacular in order to go to the next level. We've been training really hard. It's going to be a war, and I think you guys stay tuned to watch this fight. It's going to be really interesting. Thank you.
How's it going, everyone? First off, I want to thank Top Rank, Bob Arum, my team, everyone that's been here, supporting all the boxers. We've had one hell of a camp. You know, I've been in California for 5 months now, so we're getting ready for this fight. I mean, what can I say? I feel ready already. You know, I'm ready for this fight. The guy Chino is a good boxer, but I think I have what it takes to beat him, and we're gonna end this night victorious. I'm gonna beat him that night, and I feel confident that it's gonna be a good night. Thank you, guys.
Funny how life is. When Jose first started with Top Rank, he was sort of a little scrawny guy. He's grown up. Right? Yeah, a lot of, yeah. And I was pretty young then, and now I'm an old guy. Anyway, life goes on. I want to talk a little about the Valdez-Rueda fight. I just want to clear up any misunderstanding you might have. ÓSCAR VALDEZ is the #1 contender in the 126 featherweight division of the WBO. Matias Rueda is #2. Both of the fighters are undefeated. The champion at 126 is Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl is fighting June 11th in Madison Square Garden for the WBO Super Featherweight Championship, 130 pounds, against Rocky Martinez. If Lomachenko wins the 130-pound title and decides to keep that title and give up the 126-pound title, this fight between Valdez and Rueda will be for the World Championship. If Lomachenko loses to Martinez or defeats Martinez and decides to stay at under 26, this fight will be a official final elimination for the title. We won't know what label to put on this fight until about a week after the June 11th fight, because Vasil told me that he will, if he beats Martinez, will take very little time to make a decision whether to stay at 126 or to keep the 130-pound title. In any event, this fight, which is an outstanding one, will be a 12-round fight, and it matches Matias Rueda from Argentina, whose record is 26 wins and no defeats, 23 of those wins by knockout. And ÓSCAR VALDEZ, who is familiar to all of you, I think. He's a two-time Mexican Olympian. His record is 20 wins and no defeats, 17 of those wins by knockout. He's on a tear. He's recently was seen on the Pacquiao-Bradley card, knocking out the very durable Evgeny Granovich. ÓSCAR is here with us today with his manager, Frank Espinoza. So I'd like to bring them to the microphone now. ÓSCAR.
As I mentioned earlier, risk and reward go hand in hand. My other fighter, ÓSCAR VALDEZ, is proof that taking risks leads to big rewards. He's never been closer to a world title. Now, I've been in the business a long time, and let me tell you, a fighter like Valdez comes around once in a lifetime. He's a two-time Mexican Olympian who just had a knockout win over former world champion Granovich. He's worked hard to prepare for the world title, and his time has come to take that shot on July 23rd. It'll be a night to remember. And once again, I want to thank Bob Arum and Top Rank, the reason that we're all here. And of course, HBO, for showing the viewers the magic that happens inside the ring. Thank you, and world title, here we come.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. I got a lot more people to thank, like my manager, Frank Espinoza, Frankie Jr., my father, and of course, Bob Arum, giving me all these opportunities. My last fight, when I fought Granovich, when I won, Bob Arum told me I wanted to take a long break, or if I wanted to jump back in the gym and fight for a close fight. I told him, yeah, I'm ready. I don't want to take vacations. Once I went back home, I kept on training because I know, had a feeling good news was about to come. So I kept on working hard. I got the call from my manager, Frank, and he said that I might fight for the world title. Even if it's not for a world title, if it is or not, I'm going to train very hard because I know my dream is very close. So right now, back here in California, training camp's already on. Me and my trainer, Manny Robles, will be doing tremendous job. We already started the sparring. As you can see, we got tough sparring. So I'm gonna work hard for this fight like I do for all my fights. It doesn't matter who Matias Rueda is. I'm gonna go extra hard. Hopefully it's gonna be for the world title just to make it a little bit more interesting. But I know I got a lot more career as a professional. I guess I want to thank everyone for coming, and hope to see you guys this July 23. It's going to be very good fights. Once again, I'll be sharing rings with my friend, Zurdo Ramirez. It's going to be a great card. This fight, Postol with Crawford, just gets me more excited. I want to see the fight myself. So, I guess I'm going to be ready. Hopefully it's for the world title. For now, I'm still going to train very hard for this, and hopefully get that win. Thank you.